right, your challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo challenge? Time to find out. It is indeed the solo challenge, and it's Madden Ultimate Team time. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
So here now the old Wiley veteran, 13th year in the league, Donnie Jones, to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Well, unfortunately, unable to achieve the results you're looking for, but there's always... Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's the battering ram Blunt. And some room to run now. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Give him 9 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Tell you what, I don't think I agree with the call to go for it, but I will be the first to give him credit because every book in the world tells you to punt in that situation, but he trusted his instinct. And as a result, his guys are going to get a new set of downs.
They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
2nd down following the run. They come out here in the eye. And the play clock's running down. Now a carry for Blunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Murray. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Nice job. Congratulations, defeating the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. right, it's Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You know the drill. Let's get right down to it. Blunt, the lone running back. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Again, here's Blunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. And the play clock's running down. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. Oh, pressure comes, and the Dolphins block it. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. So Ajayi picking up some yardage, and last year only 187 yards as a rookie.
Well, Lamar Miller's gone to Houston. That opens up more possibilities for him. I think we'll see the full range of his game, running and catching.
Down.
When teams take shots in the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Now it's Andrew Franks on for Miami. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Dalton, 1st and 10. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Earl Mitchell able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on 2nd. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Crabtree with it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's brought in by Bolden. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
He'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now Blunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Crabtree has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Going underneath to Blunt. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Here's Blunt. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
And none whatsoever. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. 2nd down, Dalton. Screen pass to Blunt. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. LeGarrette Blount taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. The return man, Griff Whalen. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time... Quickly fading here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw on second down is Tannehill. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grabbed the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead.
And to our EA halftime report, I'm Larry Ridley. The Colts are down right now, but they have to feel like they're still in it. The Dolphins came in prepared for this game, and it shows in the way they've played. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Colts line up at the 3. Blunt's got it on the run, and he'd go in for the 3-yard touchdown. The Colts go up by 4. Now to late in the first half. Tannehill's completion is made out of the gun. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score.
What's that? Now? Oh, we're back. Okay, well, something happened to Larry in the halftime show, I guess. We're ready for the third quarter. Let's go. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They run again with Ajayi. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And they get 14 yards there and a first down. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Tannehill now, they give to Ajayi. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. Now a man who didn't play in 2015. It's Daniel Thomas. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Now it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Levante David able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 10. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards Stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. LeGarrette Blount. He's at the 30. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there for Indy. 56 yards on the ground. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Cameron Wake able to run him down for a loss of a yard. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Blount, the lone running back. Dalton throwing on second down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Dolphins' new signee from Buffalo, Mario Williams, in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on third down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Here's Tannehill. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit. An illegal contact on a quarterback, the defenders really have to get in line.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Defense showing blitz. Here's Ajayi. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, This would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. But now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
He's got time in the pocket. He shakes him off. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so it looked like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Second down, Dalton. Finding time. And he dumps it off to Blunt. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw. It's brought in by Bolden. And he's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the 2nd half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
They'll look to throw. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. So now Dalton. Going underneath to Blood. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And he's got it to Hearns. And out of bounds just shy of the end zone at the 1. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And that one was relatively easy to see. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag. Now Coons on to add the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be and that does it for this one. Pat yourself on the back. You just completed and dominated the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge.